joined by Tiffany Smith, the Executive Director of PARC, Heather French-Henry, Commissioner of the Department of Veterans Affairs, our own Mayor Greg Fischer, by Chris Smrt, who is the Commander of Chapter 146, the Military Order of Purple Heart and Purple Heart Recipient, and also Lucian, known to his friends as Lucky Young. He is a Silver Star and a Purple Heart recipient from the Vietnam War. Mayor Fischer recently announced that the week of November the 9th would be known as the Week of Valor. Today we stand in front of the World War II monument that serves as a tribute to those who made the ultimate sacrifice for the citizens of the United States and protecting the freedoms that we enjoy. I promised I wasn't going to do this. Valor. The meaning of valor is great courage in the face of danger, especially in battle. There is no greater sacrifice and no greater selfless act than to put yourself in harm's way for the safety and the protection of another human being, a person in all actuality that you will never really meet, and you ask for nothing in return. Today we get a chance to honor those men and women who have served this country well with valor, defending and protecting each of us. This distinguished group of men and women, while acting in the best interests of this great nation, suffered injuries serving in a branch of the armed forces. While we can never truly repay those of you who courageously stood between us and those who intended to do us harm, the City of Louisville, partnering with PARC, would like to extend to any veteran whose vehicle displays the Purple Heart license plate the opportunity when downtown to park for 2 free hours on street meters. And at this time I would like to have Tiffany Smith with PARC say a few words.
Hello. Obviously the Parking Authority is honored to be able to participate in such a great honor where we recognize those who have given their lives for our lives. We will be honoring them by having 2 hours of free parking on any of our on-street parking meters. All they would need to do is pull up and park their vehicle. As our enforcement officers go around, they will do what is known as an electronic chalk to their different vehicles. They will rotate the different routes, and as long as they have not parked in access for 2 hours, they will receive 2 hours of free parking.
Mayor Fischer.
Well, I want to thank Councilwoman Flood. This is the second year of the Week of Valor. I believe this is the first time a Metro Council person has, created an event or an honor, or let's say capability to honor our veterans on an ongoing way. So I think it's awesome. And when I heard that she wanted to do this, and I hear about the overwhelming support behind the council, I mean, this is the way it's supposed to work. We started back the Veterans Day Parade 5 years ago. And 2 years ago we said, let's have a Week of Valor. And the VOA and the Ignite Louisville class stepped up, created something called Veterans Community Alliance of Louisville. Week of Valor now has about 15 different events. This is extraordinary. It's when we talk about veterans, the community responds. And so this is just the latest, and there's going to be more and more. And we encourage everybody in the community to say, what more can we do to honor the veterans? Because we hear all of this every year. We can never say enough. And we can't. But what's important is action. Doing things so there's a visible demonstration of our commitment to our veterans. That's really how we send the message to our current generation and future generations of how important this is. And we're seeing results. We're seeing that when we committed to end veterans homelessness in the community, we've done it. And we've got a process now with a new vet shows up without a home. We got housing vouchers for them. We're helping with employment transition. Opportunity Knox is meeting their goal as well. So the key point is here, we create a platform at Metro. People are responding. I couldn't be prouder of Councilwoman Flood. This initiative is close to her heart, and appropriately so. And I just want to thank you for your strong leadership, and we are more than happy to support. Thank you.
Now I'd like to introduce, she really needs no introduction because she has done more for veterans causes, I dare say, than most people in the city of Louisville will ever be able to do. And on a state level, she's done so much, and probably, truth be known, on a federal level, Miss Heather French Henry.
Thank you so much, Donna. I certainly appreciate it. And for your passion, we certainly appreciate your passion for those who serve. Having a son who has been in the service, we appreciate his service and sacrifice as well. It is important, as the mayor said, to not only say thank you, but also show gratitude through action. And certainly, as Louisville has stepped up to the plate in many ways, hopefully this will be replicated in many cities across the Commonwealth of Kentucky. This will also help to urge our Purple Heart recipients to go out and get their Purple Heart license plate, which they've earned and they deserve. And we were talking earlier, only about 2,500 out of our 330,000 veterans have actually taken that step to get a Purple Heart license plate. So hopefully we can encourage those to do so. And it does one of two things. One, it says it's a way to say thank you for their sacrifice and service, but it also shows the community that we're stepping up to the plate. And it also shows those, when you drive behind or you step up to the side of a vehicle that has a Purple Heart license plate. My children, who are now 12 and 14, are very eager to point that out because their papaw has a Purple Heart license plate. And so it encourages conversation, and that's how we teach future generations about sacrifice and service. So congratulations to the city of Louisville for really walking the walk and talking the talk. Donna, thank you so much for your passion. Thank you, Parks, and thank you to the mayor, and doubly thank you to the wonderful Purple Heart recipients behind us who are great veterans who are leaders in this community as well. We're just proud to be a partner in this. Thank you.
Like to address us, and that's Chris Smrt, the commander of Chapter 146, Military Order of the Purple Heart, and a Purple Heart recipient. I also wanted to real quickly thank my colleagues, Councilman Bill Hollander, President David Tandy, and Councilman Kelly Downer. They are not only my colleagues, but I consider them my friends and who will help me get this past the Metro Council.
On behalf of Chapter 146, which calls its history back to 1942 here in the city, when members of the World War I generation were greeting the recipients of Purple Hearts of the World War II generation just coming back. We're in our 73rd year of existence, continuous service in this community. I'm so honored to represent them as their commander. I'm one of the younger veterans of the OEF current conflict. I was injured in Baghdad. I was received home with a great welcome, and it's with that I owed a debt of gratitude to people like Lucky, a veteran of Vietnam, whose welcome home was not quite as courageous and not quite as forthcoming as it should have been. But he, as many other veterans of Vietnam, stated that never again the veterans were going to be welcomed home appropriately, and that is the case. It made my transition so much better. And on behalf of the members of the Military Order of the Purple Heart, those that we represent who did not come home upright, we have an obligation to be the visible members of the veterans community and visible to you to participate and to keep their honor, to keep their sacrifice and their service in the public eye, and to always do well on their behalf. So it is a great honor today that I thank the Councilwoman, the Mayor, and Parks in order to be able to take care of everything that allows us. Now I will encourage my Purple Heart people to come downtown often. Thank you very kindly.